Yeah, we've all seen this game before, and you may just write it off as another meme game. You've seen them talked about before. Think of Crab Game, or Totally Accurate Battlegrounds, which are spoken about for weeks, then never mentioned again. I thought Schedule 1 was going to be the same deal, but it was only $20 and it was a boring Wednesday evening, so I figured, whatever. Schedule 1 was released on March 24th by TVGS, an Australian indie dev studio. It's currently in early access, so expect lots of updates in the future. Even though it's in early access, I can definitely say that it's worth it. What I ended up finding was one of the most satisfying games I played in a minute, and I spent around 6 hours playing my first night. Schedule 1, at its core, is about time management. You play as yourself, a small-time drug dealer that moved to the big city after your old operation with your uncle was shut down by the feds. You start out as a solo drug dealer, living out of a motel. You grow by hiring dealers, workers, and dodging the cops, and eventually you'll become the kingpin of the city. Your daily tasks will involve finding new customers by giving them free samples, making product, and meeting up with clients to sell to them. Making product is essentially a collection of small minigames. There are currently 3 types of drugs: marijuana, meth, and cocaine. The minigames usually are just drag and drop, with some variations here and there to keep them interesting, such as boiling a flask, which I can never get right. You aren't really punished for failing at these minigames. You should go as fast as possible, because there's limited time within each day. You want to make as much bank as possible. You may not understand the hype at first, but you'll find yourself addicted to the gameplay loop. This comes down to the immediate effect of your hard work. You're given money, and your relationship with the customer grows stronger after selling to them. At the end of each day, you're given a results screen, which shows you becoming more rich and powerful. I feel like a lot of games don't really do that anymore. Like I was playing Persona 5 Royale, which is an amazing game by the way. One of my only problems with the game, however, is progression. At times you could play for hours and barely feel like you progressed at all. But with Schedule 1, you feel like every action has weight to it, and even the smallest of transactions make you feel like you're progressing. The game has some surprising depth to it as well. You can purchase fertilizer, which allows you to make higher tier product, and mixing stations allow you to make many different strands of product. And by the way, sorry for calling it product instead of drugs. I'm trying not to say that word as much as possible so I don't get banned. You get to the point where you're making product that's turning people into green aliens. One of my only really gripes with the game is that the police are not really much of a threat during the daytime, and at night, there are so many police that it's not even worth it to do anything, so I think some balancing needs to be applied there. You do get a little extra money for dealing at night, but the amount of cops makes it not worth it, because if you're caught, you lose your entire inventory. What I like is that you're able to do little things like pickpocket people, which can make you very rich. You can sell product to someone and steal it back while keeping the money that they gave you. As you progress, you get access to dealers who will do some selling for you, lightening the load, but also taking a cut of your profits. You can also get workers who will grow and package product for you, but they are very, very expensive, so you need to make sure you're on top of it. The time management really comes into effect, because you only have about a 4-hour window to complete a deal with a client, and missing it will cause your relationship with them to be hurt, causing them to buy from you less. One of my favorite parts of the game is that customers can become so addicted that they will run up to you and demand you sell them more. If I were to add anything to the game, it'd probably be rival gangs. Imagine selling to someone and a rival gang pulls up on you and you gotta run away. There is a multiplayer element to the game where you can invite up to 3 friends on Steam. I haven't tried it out personally, but I watched some other people do it, and it looks really fun. There are many ways to move throughout the city. The controls are pretty solid. You buy skateboards, which are good for early game. You can even save up to buy a car. But be careful, because the police will search your car from time to time. Also, for an indie game, the art direction is really good. Characters are well designed, and you can actually tell one from another, which is rare for an indie game. The soundtrack is also amazing. I mean, seriously. I'm going to link it in the description. Please go listen to this song. It's called Adventures in the Grasslands. It's funny, because the song is so beautiful. It's being played over you dealing drugs. Also, side note, like how there's a disclaimer at the start not to do drugs, I find it funny that there's a real possibility that someone starts doing drugs over a game called Schedule 1. But anyways, Schedule 1 is a fun game that'll have you hooked. So yeah, go buy it now.